Hey guys, Eric Sachetta, welcome back for week 5 of our Live the Movie video series. I hope you've enjoyed the first 4 weeks, which is the first half of our program. So I'm going to get right into it. Our topic today is happiness. So Eric, you're going to tell me what makes me happy? You don't even know me. Well, I'm not specifically going to tell you what makes you happy. I'm going to give you some ideas that I've personally learned from some of the best people in the world, and also my own ideas, so that you can make sure that what you base your happiness on is something that actually makes sense for you. So the number one idea I've heard about what makes people happy is one word. And that word is progress. If you are making progress towards something that's really important to you, not me, but to you, you're going to be happy. So that's the number one thing I've heard. The second thing that I've heard is specifically from Tony Robbins. And his definition of happiness is when your life conditions, so how you think things should be, match your blueprint of how they are. So again, how you're living your life matches up with how you think it should be. Now there's two parts of that equation. So when you want to make a change because you're not happy for some particular reason, you either change what you're doing, change your environment, or change what you think should be your environment. Or sometimes it's a combination of the both. You have to change your environment, but you also have to change what actually makes you happy. And then the last idea is my own personal idea. It comes from the fact that I think there's two things that really lead into both the concept of progress and your life conditions matching your blueprint. And mine is about two things. One is gratitude. So you've seen on one of our other tapes we've talked about gratitude. So if you haven't checked out week 3 video, go check out week 3. But gratitude in a compelling future. Think about anytime you're grateful for what you have, everything you need you already have, and you have this goal, you have this mission that you're shooting for, you're happy. When are you not happy? When you don't know what's going on, you don't know what you're looking for, you don't have this compelling future, something that you're excited about. So just some ideas based on those 3 different ways I told you to look at happiness. The first thing, make sure that your happiness does not have an endpoint. What do I mean by that? Someone says, when I win this, when I get this, when I do this, then I'll be happy. Well, the problem with that is you're waiting for something to happen. You're basing everything on this one particular thing, and then you don't have anything after that. So that's why a lot of times you hear about professional athletes, sometimes they win their championship. The first time they ever won their championship, they wanted to win the Super Bowl, the Stanley Cup their whole life. And when they get there, they're happy. But a few weeks later, a few months later, one of the worst feelings that they ever had comes on top of them. And that feeling is this it? I mean, I won the Super Bowl. It was fun. It was awesome. But I've waited for this my whole life, and now I got it. Now what do I do? So make sure your happiness doesn't have an endpoint. And my second tip is make sure what makes you happy is something that's in your control. So to put my 2 tips together, think about this idea. You want your level of happiness to be something that the statement is specific, but it's sort of an abstract idea. It's got to be based on your mission of who you are as a person. So instead of saying, once my business sells $1 million, I'm happy. Once this happens, once I win the Super Bowl if I'm a professional athlete, once I have this many video games if I'm a kid in high school, or once this boy wants to agrees to date me, or once this happens, once this happens, once this happens. What about having it based on you? Because a lot of those things, yeah, you influence how your business do. Yeah, you could influence that person to date you, but you don't have control over that. What you have control over is how you respond, who you are as a person. So what if your happiness was based on being the best I could be? So I bring out the energy in other people and I reflect my energy on them versus reacting to everything that happens in day-to-day life. And that I'm a person of persuasion, of influence, that so I can light other people up, because when I light them up, I get lit up as well. That's something that you can control. And it's easy to have something that's going to make you happy when you have a mission. What is my mission in life? What am I about? What do I stand for? What do I want to have said about me at my funeral? I know that's a little crazy thought if you're a younger person, or even if you're an older person, but let's think about it. anytime you want to do something, you got to think about the end in mind. I ran a marathon 2 years ago. The entire time I'm training, when I'm out there day after day, I'm saying, what am I running for? Oh yeah, that marathon, that 26.2 miles. So if you're trying to say, what's going to make me happy in the process of my life, and at the end, the answer has to be, what is my mission? What do I stand for? What do I want to be remembered for? That's always what your happiness should be based on. Because if it's based on one thing with a specific deadline, you're setting yourself up to be unhappy, to be unfulfilled, to suffer. So it should be all about you, all about what you stand for, how you can be the best you can be in your life, how you can live the movie using our theme of our program here. I hope these ideas serve you. Looking forward to the last 3 weeks of our tape program here. Enjoy the rest of your day. Live the movie. Be the best you could be. Even if you don't have a mission defined of what your life stands for, just be an influence. Just smile at people. Just have a good day. And we'll see you next week.